and this is none other than Nemo Stars, Uganda, and it's actually Pool A, Nemo Stars, Uganda versus Rwanda Police. And this match is going to be their first meeting of the CAVB Zone 5 Club Championships 2025. I'm your host, Alan Kabusuru, together with
Tony. Alan, nice to do this with you again. It's been a year, I think, huh? Yeah. It's been a year, but this is it's a very nice one we're going to have in Lugogo, MTN Arena. The other venue is Old Kampala Arena, where other matches are going on. This is the third game of the main Lugogo. The previous one being won by Reg of Rwanda against UCU. And before that, we had two ladies matches. But we have this entertaining match.
Very entertaining.
That has the defending champions against.
Actually, entertaining is.
Yes, against Uganda's club champions, Nemo Stars.
Oh, definitely. I was going to say entertainment is an understatement. It's more like mouth watering.
Yes, mouth watering it is. The Nemo Stars looks a full strength Nemo Stars side with.
Of course, Nemo, we do have George Aforo, captain. We have Talemwa Wellington. We have Esilis Esau, Zungu Fahad. We have Ongema, Wandera Stephen, Okwakunda, Benon, Musinguzi Brian, Libro. We have Okumu Smith, you know him very well. Seta Malinga Bernard, yes, you won't miss him there in the middle. Ongom Ivan Bob, yes, all his experience and versatility. John Bosco, Opendi, another center, and Nalianya Agre.
Nalianya Agre is the youngest in the team, was born in 2002.
Baby, indeed.
Yes, it's from Mitoma, and he's an Essex vacuum who is looking to make his mark in this competition.
Then this is the right place to start.
Yes, but for Rwanda Police, there is shot 2, Alain Irakoze, shot 3, James Nyao. He's South Sudanese. It's written as, it's read as Nile, but it's actually pronounced as Nyai.
Okay.
In their local accent.
I can relate. I have some of those dialects, you know.
Shot 4, Oliver Tagengwa. Shot 5, Emmanuel Mugisha. That must be a Ugandan. Shot 6, Crispin Dantereri. Shot 7, Frank Shiaka. Shot 9, Koita Jahara. Shot 10, Betim Mathias. Shot 12, Saduru Manzi. Shot 13, Elisaz Maputo, the Kenyan. Shot 14, Placid Bomana. Shot 16, Patrick Ishimwe. Shot 17, Eric Kizera, also another Uganda. And shot Emi Twagira Shezu. And coached by Musoni Fred, who did his level 2 from Uganda last year. Yeah, fantastic. He was one of the best participants in that course. And of course, also Nemo Stars is coached by a mountain, also did his level. And he was one of the better participants in his class.
Yes, I've had a chance to witness coach, you know, Tom actually coach. Once in a while I've been in those trainings way back when I still playing.
Yeah, very humble, very humble person.
Detailed,
yeah.
So detailed. Well, it's going to be a fierce match this evening, and it's right before you. I hope you're ready. Get your popcorn. Make sure you're drinking up, guys.
I don't think there'll be much in popcorn. It will be.
Well, make sure you have yourself a drink to hydrate.
Yeah, that will work.
And well, let's keep the ball flying. Have the best of the evening. And one thing you have to know is that looking at these two teams, very fierce. And Nemo Stars has done a very good job over the years. It's won the club championships in Uganda, not twice, I think more than 3 times. And here we are, they're trying to vie for that African club championship position. And this is the game, this is the tournament that will get them there. Same thing for prisons of police of Rwanda, rather, who are trying to also take that position. Of course, history will have it that the few times we've met, it's not been nice that the police have managed to, pull them every other time, the demonstrators. But I'm sure today they'll prove that they are the best in Uganda for purpose and a reason. Last year, but one about 2021, I think Nemo did
Last
great.
year, but one, that would be 2023.
Okay, 2 years back, I remember Nemo did great in Africa as best 5.
Yeah.
And that's the best position they've ever held,
Yes.
ever.
Yeah.
So if they are able to win this position in this tournament, it gives them a chance to go back and vie for probably a better position, the African Club Championships.
Yes. Yeah. Nemo Stars certainly has kept Uganda in the map with for taking part in the continental competitions, and they've done that consistently.
Yeah.
Because they've also won the league for quite a number of times. They are the record winners, I think 8 times.
Yeah.
But Sporters are the defending league champions in Uganda.
Yes.
And they are going to open their account tomorrow. But yes, but for this
Can't
one,
wait.
yeah, Nemo Stars is looking good. They are buoyed by a very good performance against Sporters a few weeks back in the National League. And Police, of course, is doing quite well in Rwanda as well. So we're going to look at a very entertaining match. Police has 3 internationals.
Yeah, that's Mzungu there.
Yeah, one from South Sudan, another from Gambia, and then Makuto from Kenya.
So the Mzungu is from Gambia?
Yeah, the Mzungu is from Gambia. He's called Koita Jahara.
The way we have this mindset that any Mzungu should be out of Africa,
No, we have, yeah, it's a mindset.
Most times.
Yeah, it's a mindset most times. But then, right now we have Catherine Noble, who is representing Uganda. She's Ugandan in rowing in Olympics. She does a good job, and she also did volleyball, by the way, in the National School of Uganda. Yeah, and it's nice that we have the world coming very close to us. It's no longer distant things to see.
Definitely a global phenomenon.
Yeah, we have the West Africans here, South Sudan coming up. We have in other teams you see the Tanzanians came. They also have a few from here and there. The Rwandans have from as far as Zimbabwe.
That's different than the other teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nice to have everything. The crowds are excited. The first for this game is from Rwanda. Is an FIBB international referee called Ndayisaba Alphonse.
Yes, the international rep, and he's been to many tournaments, international tournaments that I actually have managed to watch him do his thing, and it's very good, very detailed, very strict.
Yeah, and then the second rep is national referee from Uganda.
I named Babazi, CFBB national rep, and we've seen her, rather him, do his thing a number of times. You don't cross him, and he has his, we saw his point is his point.
Yes, that's true. And then the scorer is Okello Patrick Morris, is a CABB national rep as well. And then, of course, in our midst, we're graced by the presence of the Zone 5 president, Mr. Sadiq Nasir Zaid.
Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, and then the vice president of Zone 5, who is also the president of the control committee from South Sudan, called Mr. Garan.
Well, that name is very common in South Sudan.
Yeah, so South Sudan.
Yeah. Well, I can see the fans are really anticipating. It's a beautiful energy all over the room, the hall, because now it feels small. Yes. When temperatures rise up and players are on that floor, it becomes smaller.
Yeah, and there is Mr. Sadiq Nasir, and on his right hand side is Mr. Garang, and they're sharing a light moment, probably about how hard the ball has been hit to the ground during the spiking zone. Of course.
I'm wondering right now what they think who is taking this game, but clearly there are two gentlemen of great minds, as you see them seated right there. Big plans, big things.
Yeah, exactly. And we're happy that Uganda is hosting this for the first time.
Oh, yes.
Previously, this competition was called a Cavb. It was played back in the days. It's Eastern Central Volleyball Club Championships. Now, with the change of management and things, at that time, CAVB didn't want the Cavb to go on because they felt it was a hindrance to the progress of Zone 5. So the Cavb died off, and then Zone 5 competitions was born. But we're happy that the president, Mr. Sadiq Nasir Zahid, who is also the UVF president, who is a member of CAVB and also FIVB, internal auditor, and also the treasurer of the Uganda Olympic Committee, has put in efforts to make sure that this works. But he's also had plans, he's shared plans of having us, the zone, compete with the national teams, age group categories, and we're looking forward to starting that very soon. The plans are underway. It's been shared by all the members, and all the members have bought in. And we're looking at a new era coming into volleyball this time.
Well, we can't wait to see what it has to offer. On your screen, you're seeing the technical tempo of Nemo Stars. There goes Coach Tom.
Now holding his head rather worriedly, seemingly.
Yeah, because here in Uganda, once you put your hands on your head, that shows like, oh my God, what's coming my way? But I'm sure he should be hopeful. He must have prepared by now. And as the teams continue to warm up, tomorrow we still have games coming through. This tournament is going straight games back to back all the way past or into Wednesday. We have tomorrow's games in Deje versus KCB. This is women. We have Sporters versus BBC. That's a Vision Volleyball Club right here. It's going to be also the women's game. Men's games, we have Jeshi Stars versus Police. And of course, Prisons will be taking on Pipeline. That is Rwanda and Kenya going at it right here. Those are women. And of course, we'll be continuing the game fights with Prison versus Cobra after. And after that, we will have KVC and APR right here at the Gogo. Sporters will be facing UCU, and the Nemo Stars will take on Rukinzo tomorrow. That's the match pictures for the games for tomorrow. So you make sure you keep getting all the updates and the games, and of course make time available for yourself to come and catch the action.
Interest is only 10K, and yeah, very affordable, and 20K for VIP. 50K?
15.
15?
Yes.
Oh, all right, thank you. And both venues, Old Kampala Arena and the Gogo MTN Arena. It's now quite packed, but I'm sure when the match serves off, it will get more squeezed, more heated, more warmed, more excited.
I can say that again. Well, I'm looking at Tom's bench, Coach Tom of Nemo Stars. I'm seeing that he's got himself Fahad in there. Esau has been one of his favorite players this season. George Aporo came through on the second phase of the National League and changed things up compared to how his game was the first leg of the season. And it's really exciting to see what they have up their sleeves against Police of Rwanda.
Yeah, and Nemo Stars is wearing their white, and then Police is wearing the dark blue. Navy blue, dark blue.
Navy blue.
Navy blue.
Tomato, tomato.
Okay. So serving now, doing the last part of the net warm up. It takes a minute, and then we will be good to go. Nemo Stars also have Omom Ivan, who's played in Rwanda before, who's played for Sporters, who was in UCU, very experienced, and they also rely on the experience of Opendi John Bosco, who's done a good job for them in recent times. But also Smith Opumu, who's been a very reliable servant of Nemo Stars.
Choice of words.
Yeah, wearing jersey 2, will be the other setter for Nemo Stars.
Well, one thing I'm taking into observation is the height. I believe that they are paired. When I look at their heights, they're not extremely tall for this of Rwanda compared to the Nemo Stars. Most are within the range of 186, 189, and equally fairly balanced man when you talk about height.
Yeah, well, height is very important in volleyball, very important. And when you're more balanced, then
So,
then the techniques, the technical part takes yeah comes in
exactly.
takes precedence. So we'll wait and see what both teams have to produce. We already know that Police are the defending champions, so they're coming in with a lot of confidence.
Sure.
Nemo Stars, on the other hand, have had a good run in the National Volleyball League,
Yeah.
so they're buoyed by that, and they'll come into this competition with, and they have the experience of playing in the Africa Club Championships.
Many international tournaments.
Yeah.
Because they don't
Yeah,
have players.
they were in Eldoret some months back,
Yes.
and they're always traveling for Genocide Memorial Tournament.
So probably the opponent is not a new place, but they probably know how to go around them. Sometimes the best way to beat your enemy is having them close. So maybe
Very close, very close.
it's a fail.
All right, so there we have the introductions of the referees. The first referee from Rwanda, the second referee Arnold from Uganda, and the lineups for the teams, starting with Rwanda. So we have just number 6, that is Crispin Panteteri, who is center. Just the number 12 is Sadulu Manzi. Just the 17 is Eric Kwizera, who is left attacker. Emi Twagira Yezu. Oh my goodness. How many consonants are in this name? He's a middle blocker. And that's the lineup for Police. And then Nemo Stars.
Nemo Stars is none other than Jonathan John Foster Benny, center. And of course, we have to captain Amanda Ford. The next person will be Manuel Malinga in the captain. And there goes Ivan.
All those are national team players, by the way.
Wellington as well, standing qualifying level. And Brian, if we look at the second league emphasize as now to the 17 goals the fastest of Nemo Stars Uganda. And yes, ready to go anytime. The ref now will be blowing the whistle. And I just can't wait. Who's going to draw first blood?
Yeah, the fans are clapping, they're excited, they're ready for it.
On your screen is the middle blocker, attacker, Bernard. Is just. I love the journey of Malinga. Seeing him play for. It wasn't Nambole, it was Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix, the defunct Matrix.
Yes, and then he played for Chambo for the university. I had a chance to see him play then and see his transformation now, and it's beautiful. To give people like he's grown, he's matured into that player why you want him, and it's every player's dream or goal to grow. There's nothing that hard than knowing a game, but then you still stand up.
Yeah, he's made leaps and bounds in his progress, and all the way to the national team, where he's commanding a starting position.
Yes.
So very good. But now we have Eric Kwizera, the left attacker, starting off for Police volleyball club from Rwanda.
One thing I've noticed is Whisper is that it's like all running teams are good at jump services. I don't know if these ones will also fall that stage.
Yeah, it's practice, practice, my dear. Practice,
boy.
a lot of practice.
And there is first rep Arnold.
Mr. Alphonse blows the whistle for the serve. Jump float.
Fendi. Bernard blocks.
Very good pass by the libero.
Yes.
And JB naturally goes to Malina, who pounds it in the net. It wasn't blocked. It was straight in the net. And Kwizera gets to serve again. Ongom is stopped.
Okay, now does the experience of having played in Rwanda work for him or work against him? But right now, it's like they know his game, they know where he's coming from. But I feel this is an opportunity for Opendi to actually think outside the box and create chances for his players.
Yeah, of course, the left-hand side is not one of the better positions for Ongom to hit from. But then the nerves are showing for
Very.
Malina.
Sorry.
He just stepped back and is made a mess of an overpass by Rwanda, and Rwanda is leading 3-1. Rwanda Police, that is.
It's 3-0.
3-0.
Jones took his chance. And it's a touch on that ball. Drawing them unlisted points right here, right now. They need it stabilized because right now it looks like they're punching their hearts out.
Yeah, captain leading by example.
Very indeed. Allows his composure most times. Okay, service from George, the captain. Nemo.
Good block by Bernard. He has repaid his first error, and Nemo stars do their trademark celebration of hoo hoo hoo.
Well, if you can say that, yes, they can. You can.
Very, very, very good blocking. That is what is called an active block. Reach over that side and stop the ball from that side. Yeah.
Another chance? Nope. Camping, but still in time. When Penny does his thing. Well, he's big like a sausage.
Fans are up already. A few points, and the point goes to Collins. Very good defense by the leader of Nemo Stars.
Yes. I love the spectacular play because when you look at that, the defense of his body, the ball hanging in air, them not giving up at the last moment, the chemistry. It's what I call poetry in volleyball because the rhythm is there and it's going and they're not dropping it. And that's what it's about, keeping the ball up in the air. Esau gives it a chance. Collins by hell no. With a block out.
Yeah. A block by Malinga on his side. He just didn't get his hand over the net, and the ball landed on the side of Nemo Stars. Got the crowd a bit confused. It's corrected immediately with a thunderous hit.
I'm giving them all a chance to build up to for this with their 3 against 5 points. This is the first step we're just getting us who are watching. This DAB Zone 5 Club Championship 2025 right here at the Congo Indoor Arena in Kampala. Yeah, it's Bernard seriously right now. He seems like the man for Nemo. Looks like he's warmed up just fine. George, caught walking there.
Yeah, that was a very powerful hit by Makuto. Down the line, George was in position 5 and it took him aback. But when during the first few points like this of the match, the players are feeling each other. They are trying to find out who's doing what, who's doing what. Here comes the mom, he has also showed up at the party.
The caressing is going on.
Yeah.
Listen, from the center to the power, trying to figure out a way out which will work best for them as they go forward.
Yeah, but so far it's only outside hitting by Police.
Yes.
But then Nemo Stars have mixed it up a bit. They've done some 3 meters, they've done some middle attacks, they've done to the right and to the
Because clearly
left.
the start wasn't working for them, so
Yeah.
they need to figure out what way will be the best way to put it in the first. But Police has the lead, 7 points against Nemo's 4.
Yeah, first service error for Nemo Stars by Ngom Ivan.
Nice. Wow,
Yeah,
nice. That Gambian man, if I have to say, by his blunder right now.
yeah, he's really smashed that one. It's called Matthias Betin.
Matthias
Yeah, Aparecido.
win anytime.
Yeah.
That was a good service. Can he do it again?
Bet he can. You bet he can.
Boy.
You bet he can do it again.
It's Matthias win anytime now.
That's a very good timeout for Nemo Stars. At 9-4, chasing 5 points.
Wow.
They have to stop this Police momentum and getting them running away with it very quick.
In short, they need to slow down a little because Police is in its element right now. By the little things they're playing their game. So Nemo needs to find their rhythm, that game pace that works for them. But now they're playing in the other person's pace, they're going to beat you. That's what I say. When you join the pigs in the mud,
Yeah,
they'll beat
yeah.
you.
You get mad as well.
Exactly. So Nemo has got to find their own mud.
Yeah, and you're right. Nemo Stars have to slow it down a bit.
Exactly.
They should slow it down, and that's their game anyway. They play the high ball, and yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Matthias, can you do it again, please? Yep.
All right, very good timeout, I would say, from Coach Amau Tompo,
Yes.
because he's gotten a very good server out of the box
And
and reduced the gap to 4 points. And now Esau can try to serve a bit and get Nemo Stars in a situation where they can defend.
nice.
Very good defense by Ongom. Ball and hit completely out. The middle attack by number 7 of Police, and that is Frank Chiaka.
Well, I think he aimed to the hands, but the hands clearly is weren't there for him to use. Gives Nemo Stars a chance to serve. And boy, oh boy, doesn't fall for Esau. Serve totally away from court. And surely he's paying the price because now Police is leading 4 points ahead, 10 against Nemo Stars 6. Oh, it's tense already.
Yeah, very tense.
Esau needs to cool down.
That's
Police is
another
enjoying
ace.
this. They're really having a lovely time.
Well, yeah, he looks a bit nervous.
Yeah, he does. Rattled is more like it.
And refs has called the captains to share with them something about blocking, I think, about screening. They have to put their hands behind their backs
Yeah, that's
because the rules have changed. Yeah.
Nice balls.
Another piece of miscommunication and collusion between George and the Liberal.
Yes. I think these are all naps because one thing you know about Apollo is he's contained and he's very calculating. And with all the experience he has, I think he makes better calls.
Very good pass. Very good pass.
There you go.
And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Good pass, good set, quick attack on time, putting pressure, and then one block on the outside, and George will make no mistake with that.
What is that called drill? 1, 2.
3.
Exactly. So Police right now, still enjoying a comfortable lead. of
Still 5 points to the good.
Yes. So I'm sure they're not moved by that one. I think Nemo Stars needs to hope the next gear. Police comes, fixed by Amon, taking off the attack. George blocked by Pig for himself. Who's going on? And out today.
Yeah, Home tries the 3 meter and goes out. They're not making it very easy for JB because he's trying to think who should I go to, because it's now 6 points. They're chasing 6 points,
It's a lot.
and the game is halfway done, and their key men should be standing out now, but they have to do that with good reception. The crowds are making noise because the crowds are making noise because of the set that was done initially by the police setter. They felt it was a carry.
Alphonse called
Alphonse
overreach.
called an overreach eventually on middle blocker against JB, who goes to serve and serves it long as well.
But
That's 3 service errors.
so I don't know if it's just enough, but clearly I haven't seen some of these players do what they're doing. Like the service error from JB, he's a good server.
Yeah,
Libro.
so so it's a tale of two things. It's a tale of one team serving very well
Sucks.
and the other team serving extremely not good.
Sucks.
Extremely not good.
It just sucked over the service.
Yeah.
So I hope they change up that.
Yeah, and when the pass comes, Nemo Stars are actually attacking quite well. So that's another case of what I'm just saying. So it was a good pass, and then they had a hit, and then they had a second bite on the cherry, and got the point.
What I'm saying is police very organized. That even when the setter is picking up the ball amidst the fracas of receiving and
Yeah. Now,
they seem to be police seem to be organized.
yes.
While here it seems to be a case where you're going to have a ping pong situation of someone is in my space, move on, I need some space to play, So until they come to announce and be more organized, we're going to have more errors from Nemo Stars.
Yeah, and that was a good jump serve, jump float by George. It was between the receiver and the libero ace, and then
A wing of Cameroon.
my goodness me, free spin. What do you want to do to the wall?
Get some air space.
Well, yeah, I completely missed it.
Like
He
it's
got
too
it
much.
with his fingertips. He didn't get it well. It was a pipe, but George gets to serve again and goes to the libero. Just gets it in. Good block. Good block.
A good help
Good luck.
from police. Good
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
They tried, but they couldn't.
Yeah, they tried to cover it. Nemo Stars have worked their way, reduced the gap to 3 points, and Mussolini calls the timeout for Rwanda Police.
I love that they picked up the pace. Slowly but surely they get it there. A gap of 6 out of 3. That is good enough. It is time that they can actually put things where they should put them and probably give police a run for their money because they are still comfortable already.
Yeah, true. And once again, how many times do we say this? George is leading by example.
Very
with the ace, with the scoring, except for the collusion he had with the libero. But for the rest of it, he's gotten it spot on.
Very true. So at the end of the day, I think what we love is that eventually they'll find their rhythm, which is the most important thing. Because once they have the rhythm, they'll find that chemistry and string together. But the errors
And
are
again, that's a good timeout for police because George serves out.
timely.
Yeah, timely for police.
I need a 4 points. We're getting back to that 6 space that the police is looking for to have Nemo Stars crawling. The reception is not good, but Kanongom converted. No, police is going to do just that.
Another 3 meter attack by Maputo. He goes almost down the line and makes a point for police, the Kenyan imports.
He has the gains.
Yeah, the lead is back to 5 for police. Nemo Stars uses their second timeout, and it's the right time for them to use it because otherwise then the game is running away from you. Mao has to do his therapy with the boys, But Nemo Stars have to get to stop Makuto from hitting that 3-meter attack from position 1 because it's going straight down the line. They need to get it going cross-court really. That's easier to defend.
So it's all about the block. It needs to commit a little bit more because so far we've seen them block just fine and they've had some points from there. But if they can have it more intended.
I like to commend the setter of Police because he's making the right decisions.
Let's see what Opendi does. Whoa, he's
very good pipe attack defense.
Libro, well done. Esau.
Good rally, this one.
Still going strong. Who's killing it?
JB lost his footing, unfortunately. But the crowds appreciate it. It was a fantastic rally. He skipped a bit, got up, tried to get up. He laughed about it. But it was a nice rally. Police celebrate. The crowds are happy about the effort that Nemo Stars made. And then Police serves in the net and gives it back returns the favor to Nemo Stars.
But wow, what a rally it was.
Yeah.
And I'm just enjoying seeing Opendi laugh there because he's like, man, yeah, I can't get it further than this. I give up. But he's still trying. He just didn't sit down there.
Yeah.
And that is what you want to see in your player. Give that extra effort.
Yes, and that's what we want to see every time.
Well, substitution for Redmond and Josepho with another center that is Bernard for Benon.
Yeah.
Benon the center in
Benon in for Bernard. Bernard is Malinga. Yeah. So
B for B.
B for B, yeah.
And he goes long and out. Well, you can't really. It's feeling frustrating. Look at his.
Yeah, that's the fifth service error from Nemo Stars.
I think it's like, why did you bring me anyway? Why did I do that for? Sorry, but well, Police is like, it's okay. We enjoyed that. Nice and for Police.
Team Rwanda National Police.
There's Matthias who gave us some beautiful aces. There were some masterpiece, services.
Yeah, and like you said, the Rwandans have come here and they're doing a lot of the jump serves from the past games we've seen them do.
It looks like they have capitalized on this. For all the tournaments I've seen them in, although from 2017, is they've worked on that jump service. It's like their first entry to making points.
Yes.
Aside.
Yes, and rightfully so, because the serve, I can tell you, is the first attack in volleyball.
Yes.
So if you have a good serve, yeah, you're in business. Very good business. They look very calm. They look very concentrated.
Who wouldn't at 90 pattern? Who wouldn't? And that
Esau is stopped on his tracks by the big block of Rwanda Police. It's now 2013. It's the first set of the Zone 5 Club Championships at the MTN Arena in Lugogo.
Something needs to be cooked better in the Nemo camp right now. They should be thinking outside the box. And other is that wasn't intended service. So I'm switched off and like, I'll serve you.
Yeah, and that's the third time he's receiving the ball badly. He's being aced rather. Being aced for the third time.
We know him for being a young player, one of the young players for the Stars, and this would be a very good year for him to push up his experience and his skill. And I think maybe in the next set we'll see the SL that we usually see in our games here back at home. George, with the experience there, comes through, picked up. Matthias does his thing and is picked by the libero on Nemo's side. Ongom gives it a try. It's out.
Out of bounds. It's just not working in this set for Nemo Stars.
No, it's not.
Nothing was coming off. from Ivan, nothing is coming off from Esau. It's only George trying to do something, and yet the reception is not coming quite well. Again, they look for Ongom. That's the second time in a row. Esau just smacks it in the middle of the net.
He's off, he's off, he's off. You can see that right there in your camera. I think he's not understanding what's not happening. It's like one of those things that he's not over the wrong side of that.
Yeah, he's given a breather now by the coach.
Wandera.
Yeah, Wandera comes in to salvage something.
And Wandera, what he has is maturity, I think, and experience above Esau. Though Esau has a beautiful skill when it comes to the game. But maybe this is what they need, to be composed. Because they have what it takes. But right now, they seem rattled and they fail to find their rhythm. Maybe this will help.
And then service error yet again from the Rwandans. But then they do this after making 3 or 4 points. So they don't feel the pinch as much as Nemo Stars who do it straight away. So Nemo Stars make a double sub. The setter comes off. Okumu Smith comes in. And Fahad also comes in as the opposite.
This is between Ongom and Smith. No Fahad brother. Communication issues there. There you go. It's the set point for Rwanda. They just need one to close this set off totally.
Yeah, Nemo Stars are in 6s and 7s, and yeah, it's looking really a tall order. He tried to do his jump serve, and the crowd was roaring because he had a whole foot into the court.
I just thought that
the crowds were up and down.
He knew what he had done.
Yeah.
Give. But well, a point for Nemo to make it to 15. Wandera serves received by Matthias. Oh my God, that's down.
A kick ball by Patrick Ishimwe, the substitute, and closes down the set for Rwanda Police. The defending champions taking the game by the horns, showing the mean business. Nemo Stars have to really pick themselves up and start playing. Ongom has to start playing. Esau has to start playing. They need to receive. They need to serve. They have a lot of things to correct in this short period of time.
Well, the statistics there, Nemo Stars, the points on the set have 15 under Women's 25. And clearly the attacks they have not been that, well, the attacks have been well executed but not delivered perfectly for Nemo. And the blocks, of course, Rwanda Police taking the lead. You saw how they were really blocking Nemo from all, whether it was the middle, plus the sport, that they were having them in their place. And of course, the errors, without having to even read that number, Nemo just works against itself. And like Tony just said, they need to work on everything they know. Here's something. They know what they have to do. They just have to bring it into the game.
Yeah,
they need to come into the game.
Yeah, they need to come into the game. The Rwanda Police got 12 points from errors of Nemo Stars. Those are enforced errors. They had 5 aces on Nemo Stars. That is just too much. They had 2 on Ongom, they had on George, they had on the Libro, they had 2 on Esau. It is.
If you have errors, then half the points you need to have for me.
Yeah, they have to cut down on the errors, and they have to make a case of their service reception.
Yeah.
They need to serve a bit better, cut down on the service errors, and police, and also find solutions to what police is throwing at them, especially the 3-meter attack in position 1 by Makuto. It's really killed them. Every time Nemo tried to do something, they were thundered away. And then they also had some blocks. So it's a whole package.
Service is on. How's the attack? My God, Brian is doing his very best.
And again, like I said in the past scene, Makuto is doing a lot of damage to Nemo Stars, and they're just not stopping that ball. It's going straight down the line, and the Libero has no chance at that
down
distance.
to the blockers, the person blocking.
Finally, George responds with a thunderous hit for Nemo Stars.
Finally, because you see all those hard balls coming from police.
Yeah, George is doing this, but they need Esau to do it as well. They need Ivan Ongom to do that same thing.
But Esau hasn't come out of his cold place. Teach him not to do that again.
Not a very good,
They crossed.
not a very good set by Smith. It was a good opportunity for Nemo Stars, and the ball is too close to the net. The Rwandan block is very strong.
Yes. Giving Rwanda police 12. Picked by George. Esau finally.
Yeah, finally he makes a point. He makes a contribution.
Long awaited Esau.
Yeah, he's a very athletic young man. He's very tall. He jumps really high.
And hangs quite well.
The thing is, he has to be consistent. At this level, consistency is required.
True
Smith serving. This time Maputo goes diagonal and goes out. And that's what they need him to do. Let him go diagonal, not go to the line. This time the block stopped the line, and Maputo tried to go diagonal, and he goes long. And Nemo Stars close the gap to 1 point.
If only they could put that man down, it would make the game a lot easier. Because I think their biggest opponent is Mandias and Maputo.
Another good opportunity. Too low for Ngom. He tips it over. Maputo doesn't know what easy ball is, and George doesn't know either what an easy ball is. Yes, exactly.
He's actually done the angle that Matthias was doing all along. Only less energy than the same angle was going for.
Timeout for Rwanda Police.
And this is still the piece. I'm actually doing the very best to hold them, not run away from them. They're going to be behind the chains together.
Musoni talks to his players, trying to get them to rediscover their rhythm.
He's played before.
Yes, he's played before as a middle blocker, but he also did his course here, his level 2 coaching course here in Uganda. Very calm guy, very intelligent. He was one of the best in the theoretical classes.
Oh, that's nice.
And another one who is on the bench, Olivier Tagengwa. He was also a very good, he also did the course at the same time. So we've organized some nice courses here, and the Rwandans have enjoyed it. This time Matthias decides to tip, shows him how it stands. There's no time for tip ball. Nemo Stars are up dancing. Very nice.
This is what I know. You never play in your opponent's game. If your opponent's good at dumping, go to them. Nothing's play your game. If you don't play your game, you'll be taught a lesson. That's what George does. Nemo Stars for that kind of lead. And they move it just like that by Smith starting recklessly.
And that's for me the disappointing bit, because your team has a good rhythm.
Yeah.
And the other team is failing to score. Don't give them an easy one. Let them work for that score.
Was long and out, but I think the set wasn't well connected.
Yeah, but it starts with the service reception. The pass wasn't good. Smith tried to join it, and it was quite off the net. Joe tried to go line, but he couldn't get his hands over it. Very good watch.
Yes.
And still, the servers of Rwanda are looking to serve between two receivers of Nemo Stars. And
So
they've made, yes, and they've made a few points by serving between the two players.
Well, that's what we've always been talking in learning the basics of volleyball. Look for market. Whether two people in confusion, one or the other. That gam just did wonders for police. What? A stitching time.
So it's nice.
Look at that again. On your screen. There you go. That's a
Yeah,
big
from the approach of, yeah, and then you get disappointed with Esau because with the approach of the quick attacker of police, he had only one option. Now he hits it out again.
He's being forced to go line.
Yeah, the set didn't come quite out, and yeah, it's really having baptism of fire.
Some Holy Spirit here. Sound needs to come back in his element. Somehow. Just that's an edge. Damn, big boy stands up. You
Yeah, two very good, powerful jump servers. Yeah, and if you serve floater out, yeah, it's about time.
oh my god.
If you serve jump floats, if you're up against a hard serve like that,
Yeah.
you don't want to be giving them 3 points on your serve.
No, you don't.
And that's what has happened with Nemo Stars time and time again up until now. Yeah, and if you see from Coach Amautom's polls expressions, is talking about receiving, he's talking about defending.
What would it take to have your coach, to have players focus on a service or a jump serve and get it? Because I don't think it's from us. This is something they can't do.
Yeah, they can do, and it's something individual that is not influenced. It takes someone to concentrate.
Okay.
That person has to learn to concentrate and has to learn to do the right technique over and over again. Repetition.
I was like, don't waste my time. Now you
Yeah, it's very frustrating for Nemo Stars because
for that.
yeah, the ball was too close to the net. Esau could only tip it over, and the block had an easy one for Nemo Stars. 4-point lead.
So finally. But you know, when you're explaining the technique and what it takes, literally for me, I saw you describe that gentleman in police, the precision, the self-want, the focus. Because I'm seeing that in his game, that is Marcus. He has that intention, he has that focus, he's determined. And it's something like you said earlier, you want to see in your players. But if you have just two of them, they would rule the team for you.
Yeah, and if they can keep forcing Maputo to go out like that, he's already done that twice,
See.
hitting out. So he's not very good at the diagonal, hitting diagonal cross court, but he scored many on the line. So they need to block off the line and get him going that side.
Well,
and Nemo Stars,
it's working well,
yeah.
but we need them to close that gap of two.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Very good combined block of Esau, and very good. And Bernard, very synchronized,
You can see
rhythmic.
that- exactly.
Good block by Maringa, and the libero gets to cross. Then this time, his block is a bit off the net, and he swallows it.
That's how it's upset. It's like, ow, how did you go through it? But he went through it. And he put them at 19 for Police of Rwanda and 17 for Nemo Stars of Uganda. Tensions are high here. George picks for himself at ball. Smooth sets it for home. Ball onto the line.
Finally, Ongom gets the ball on the court.
Sound like he's sneaking around.
Yes, he's been trying, and he's not been getting the service too much. But at least he needs, George needs support. He needs a lot of support. good defense by the Libro.
Free ball from Estelle. Willie repents. Oh yeah,
Another quick attack. Yeah, very easy. And this time he goes towards position 1. That is Amy, the middle blocker.
How many international players can be on court at a time?
2.
Okay.
So they have Nile, Nyari, but
Yes.
if you read it, it's Nile. Nyari from South
I
Sudan.
need to do it to be very vulgar.
Oh, don't take us for please.
That hits.
A rare hit by Maringa Bernard
Yes.
off the head of the middle blocker of
Actually, what
Police.
is fun? Silence Palinka. Palinka knows how to range balls in the center, but somehow the man in there is not appearing. It's not doing anything. Well calculated by policy grasp. Well planned game.
The Nemo Stars decide to do a double sub. Fahad and JB come in. Out goes Ongom and Okumo.
Free ball from Brian to Matthias' hands. Set by police. Oh, Brian, it's too hard, too fast for him to beat.
And again, the free ball they're playing is too easy. You know, they're just playing it high and to the middle, and it's piece of cake for Matthias.
Take
And
it to the back, let them move.
yeah, give yourself more time. You take it to the back, you have more time. If the ball goes a long distance and comes back a long distance, over a long distance.
That reception wasn't nice. And that's what happens.
Yeah, big block by Rwanda Police on George.
Boy, it's only getting tighter.
Yeah, better set for Nemo Stars,
Sure.
but they still need more contribution from Esau and
Attackers.
yeah, Esau and Ongom Ivan for that matter.
Just
And also,
simply said I need to draw blank. Because they're not coming out to bite. They're not coming out to play.
well,
George running the show.
yes,
He
but
cannot do that alone.
yeah, but this is that is you can see the improvement
Oh, yes?
compared to the previous set.
Definitely.
And going by this kind of improvement, Nemo Stars should be winning the next set. Fingers crossed.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Well, the timeout is done, and you're just joining us. You are catching CABB's 1-5 Club, which is right here. You've got the Google Arena. And it's Nemo Stars on their first meeting with Police Rwanda in this tournament. The timeout surely pays off for Nemo Stars. They get to close a bit, each a little bit close to Police, giving them 20 against Police's 2022. Now, in Trinidad, Police already took one set. So they need this one to get in a very comfortable position. I trust them, they're a very comfortable position for them.
Yeah.
But Nemo needs to fight nail and tooth to make sure they scratch this one. And better yet, hit the next one.
Again, that serve was too easy to the Libro. They keep going to the Libro. He just passes it easy, overhand, and it's really, really, really easy.
Who do you prefer they serve?
I would prefer they serve a bit lower and away from the Libro. Maybe the receiver attacker receives it.
Take him off.
Yeah, and make him move a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you can have a chance. But if it just goes perfectly to the setter, it's game over.
Next one doesn't between that is Wellington and JB.
It was a very good 100 set. Wellington just didn't read it. Sometimes you have to react a bit faster.
So you're saying he was slow?
Yeah, I say it was very slow.
Okay. JB has a chance to set that ball properly, but he does the best of could. Police picks it up. Matthias goes. He kills it. Set down. Just like that.
Yeah, Matthias closes out the set 25-20. He didn't have to pull out. Anything up, they just smash it. They just get it from high and hit it close. They are not scared of the block. No, they're not playing around. they mean business, but there's a very big improvement from Nemo Stars compared to the previous set.
Our prop started off with the errors and this. Previously had 12, now they're 10. The S as well, that's still there. The services from Rwanda, without a doubt, are really difficult to watch and they're well executed. Just the attacks, yeah, so well, they did try to cut him down a bit.
Yeah.
He wasn't blazing like he was, but now we see that maybe in statistics, maybe there's a chance Nemo would tip the next set to that level.
The first and the main is Nemo Arena. Second is called the National Arena. England.
All in all, police are playing like the defending champions they are.
Yes.
Solid, very composed, they mean business, and they are not letting up.
No.
And for those watching, the atmosphere here is fantastic. Nemo Stars just has to tickle the crowd a little bit by getting a lead, and then it will even be much better.
Nice that the crowd has stand up the way it has. Whatever planning in front, they're just have fun, and then love again. Love having this ball flying over and over again. They'll do this again and again. If you ask us to start this game, when it ends again, I'm sure they'll sit here and tell us. That is how much love the game of volleyball is.
This is day one, and stadium is almost full. I can imagine what Saturday will be like.
Ha ha. The chocolate.
If you've just joined us, you're watching the Zone 5 Club Championships at the MTN Arena in Lugogo. The match between Rwanda Police and Nemo Stars of Uganda. Going into the third set, Police leading 2-0.
For now, we are hoping that the Nemo Stars up their game a bit, reduce errors, but the most important part, like we thought and Cisco first said, is the main attackers coming through, because it looks like the machine gun has a few bullets coming through.
Yeah, maybe they have to dust them a bit.
Probably. Hopefully the two sets have managed to do that to them.
Yeah, of course, we're vouching for Nemo Stars to play and stretch the game a little bit more, and it will be very good for the crowd. But Police are having none of that.
Haha. I mean, who would? They make sure they have things together. It's well mixed, but the coach is also saying, we know the players speak them well. His hand with them one and knows what they can do for him. No one is going to put someone out there with their ends about what they're going to do. And this is what they call elite sports, because when you look at Police and Nemo Stars, you can see the brains on that court. Unfortunately for Nemo, that the rhythm is not yet there. The footing is not at par so far, but I know. When you look at policemen, the brains are working, you're seeing how these players are playing. The coach doesn't have to be in the line yelling anymore.
No.
There you go. I was talking about that brain. Esau comes through for Nemo.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good set by Smith, but it's good that Esau has started in the so that ball goes behind him and is sort of getting his hand, shoulders over it and round and trying to push it down. But that credit to Esau for getting that first point for Nemo Stars.
Like you can jump, I can jump too.
Yeah.
Not do it better.
Yeah.
Well, they're all good. There's no doubt about that. Look at that. In your face.
Oh my goodness. Wellington just didn't read it at all. Didn't read that play.
Tipped over by a move. Police come to Matias. He's blocked.
Yeah, more of the belt.
Oh, Annette gave him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He tried to go a bit too sharp. Ended up on the belt.
Annette said, you know. Yes.
Yeah, but you can see how high he's going, and he's looking at getting the angle. He's looking at getting the very sharp angle because he's jumping really hard.
That's what I say. Like you're seeing the player and you're seeing his brain. You're seeing how he's thinking. That is smartness, and that's what you want from every sportsman. If you're watching me right now and you play volleyball, it's not just about you having that skill and picking the ball. You should be able to engage your brain and think, create,
Yeah,
be creative in the game.
find solutions.
It's not always the coach who tell you now, put the ball here, go there. Think.
Yeah.
This is the work for the coach, by the way, and it gets you more wins than ever.
Yeah. Many times we think, well, the coach should do this, the coach should do that. But the decision and the execution is made by the player.
Definitely. Something actually George does a lot. Maputo or Maputo?
Maputo.
Maputo.
Yes.
Like Maputo Junction.
Yes. Like Maputo Junction.
Yes.
Yes, it's all Kenyan anyway. So
There it is.
and there were two Maputo sisters, by the way, in the past, who were absolutely fantastic.
Guess it has something to do with the name?
I think it has something to do with, maybe they're related, I'm not sure, but they were really bad news.
Yeah, way. In terms of relation, maybe not.
Like very seriously. There were two sisters who were played for the national team of Kenya, and they were bad news.
I'm saying related to this man.
No, I'm not sure whether they're really related. Yeah, that's what I
Boy, you man.
Yeah, that's heavy, that's fast, that's Matthias for you.
Yeah, it was too fast for
Yeah, and that's going out. But he just couldn't get out of the way.
when your body becomes a burden, you
Yeah.
can't move it.
Yes. Yet again.
But I'm wondering how Brian is standing. He's tilting. They need to remove him, I think, for a bit and have someone feed because you see, look at his good language. It's like, man, this is beyond me right now. That is what I'm reading right now on my screen. Like, okay, let me give it another shot. But he needs to be determined to pick him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have that determination, Esau comes through, breaks that bond, Esau, and he does it.
Finally.
So Brian can breathe easy now.
Yeah. But then that is it. That is what volleyball gives you, huh? You have a 3-point lead, and like that, it's gone in a snap.
So fast.
Yeah.
Easy to spoil, harder to make.
Yeah.
It's nice cover from Janice. Well, the ref also gives it to.
Yeah. The ref. What I've noticed is that the refs are not calling the doubles, the carries, when it's
that
a
was
difficult
the
situation, and the FIVB are trying to allow the play to go on for as much as possible because the serves are faster, the hits are stronger. So
Picks.
then says no way through for you, Matthias.
Shoot! I would love to see that again.
Yeah, and
Hey.
that's okay. You look at Matthias, he's saying, well, okay, you blocked one.
Man on
That's
man.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
1-on-1.
No, man on man. It's not a woman's game there.
No.
He's bringing, give it to me again.
Very good defense by Esau. It's about time.
All right. I'm running behind him. Esther was both giving
And
them
there goes the famous clap of Nemo style. Good defense by Esau yet again. And George cleans up the remainder of the business.
But now I totally agree. Now it's bad.
Very
What happened? 2 sets, Esther was dead. Now it's remember Jordan.
Yeah.
Now.
And volleyball is also mental. If you can get over that blockade, then it's different.
That was fast. It was like a bullet piercing through.
Yeah, Pizarra coming through for police.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it's not going over Smith.
No.
It's going towards Bernard, through Bernard's hands.
That's fast.
Bernard will be very disappointed with that block.
Thanks, Brian. Wrong decision on picking that ball across. Block finally. Maybe that's a dunk.
Yeah, it's a block, it's high, and that's the advantage of having a tall center. George was just watching a bit.
I'm not doing too much.
So he reported himself. I don't think the ref knew who netted at that point. But he showed the frustration and made it very easy for the referee.
But I like that. You know why? In sportsmanship, it's only right to say I've done wrong. It's me who made the fault. Many times we've seen many sportsmen say, "No, I didn't do that." You've done it, but you're like, "No, I didn't do that." But you know, so I like that. He's reported himself. It's a good thing. Block. It's not Esau's fault. It's the block. The block was
George had to take care of that.
a block wasn't there.
Very good set. Makuto had a clean net. We call it Changara.
Look. Indeed, it's Changara. George just was right.
Yeah, George was far too.
Brian, nice reception. Again,
And he plays back.
but it's out.
Oh, out.
Giving
Out
us
says the ref. Out says the line judge. 10-9 for Rwanda Police.
Well, this is a different set compared to the other two. I hope they don't give up the fight and they keep the momentum because we need this momentum. Nemo needs this momentum to squeeze police. George. It's in, out. Michael says out. Now, those are 2 points ahead. And you definitely don't want that. Finally, they're getting into their skin or under the skin if you like.
Yeah, it's now the errors. You have to get that ball in. You can't do 2 in a row out, George.
Maybe he will correct the errors he just
So he needs to do 3 in a row to favor.
exactly. Think of making and then working so hard to make that. Spoiling is easy. Making it so hard. This is serving for the Masters. Started by the lead rock. Nice George. Speaks it on ball. Matthias is going. Oh boy. The girl's black.
Yeah, that was a very hard hit ball straight down the line.
It's finished.
Yeah, and he's hitting it over his shoulder,
Exactly.
but it's still with a lot of power. That
Smith, no.
that's very hard for the blockers to contend with. And the bad set by Smith. And police have started breaking away again, as they've done in the last 2 sets.
Well, I hope we still have the momentum in them that they had picked and run. Not good enough. George Kiddit. Yes, he does. On. Matthias.
Matthias swallows it.
There's something I noticed earlier. It's the finishing. When you answer the ball and how you land, the cleanness that Matthias has is really nice and effortless.
Yeah.
And it's technique, actually.
Yeah, he's doing a vertical jump. He's not doing a jump forward. He's
Exactly.
going up and then swinging down.
Service from George. Oh my God, swallowed.
Makuto forces his way through Esau and Bernard.
14-4.
Wellington, rather, excuse me.
Rwanda. And Nemo starts 11. They need to rely on that momentum they have. They don't need to break it. Short of that, these police guys will go running. Exactly. It's what I need. Just that. Just that. A few more, all that.
You seem a bit better, you get more of those.
Just 6 hours. That's it.
Sort of zap
So Emmanuel Mugisha, the Munyankole,
Come on.
comes in for for
Legs are
Crispin.
shared. Mark Chop. Mark Tano.
I think Ivan Ongom is having a very torrid time trying to block. They're going through him, to the side, to the left, to the right, over him, between him,
No, that sounds awful.
between his hands.
Okay.
And he needs to block a bit more, Ivan
Yes.
Ongom.
If he's going to help his teammates, it's what they need. It's 15.
But now he has to serve. He goes for the jump float, but he goes to the libero, passes it well, and
Man, they're flying balls over them
Yeah.
right now.
that's how he's jumping out.
And this
And
one
it's
is confident.
completely, yeah, it's completely moved away from the angle of attack of Makuto.
Oh, volleyball. Isn't it just a beautiful game? Smith. That
Yeah,
was just
another
disaster.
error from Nemo Stars. It's still about the pass. Amauton Paul calls the timeout. Looking ever increasingly impossible for Nemo Stars to come back.
Yeah, they had it. They didn't have it in their corner until they made those 2 errors back to back. And that cost them.
But then, yeah, and then it's credit to Police for being consistent, for being stable. Because they've done the same thing over and over. They've not given Nemo Stars a chance. Absolutely.
That's if you hand them way for it. Like, one good down for it. Everyone's like trying to grab with it. But police is like, I don't make it for you. You want to bring the band in.
You know what they say, huh? When you have a cat in the box, keep the cat in the box. You let it out, it will scratch your eyes. So, police are just doing just that. And now, they serve Placid Shibomana, experienced
I know.
middle blocker.
They just want to pick it up, they said, I think.
Yeah, yeah, you have to give all your squad a chance because you'll need them later on.
Sure,
And
sure.
they're doing it at the right time. Well, starting with the serve, he has a good serve.
Yeah, which is true. A good jump service.
Yeah. He goes to
George.
George, good pass.
Malinga
Then
comes.
hands up, good defense by
Yes.
Mafias. And
Lockout.
Kizera smashes it off the block of Malinga. 18-13 for Police.
The thing about the block, as much as we want them to block, I don't see the block of Nemo. Well, a few of them are determined and focused. You need to have an intended block. It's not about flying your hands up in the air, because that is just giving the opponent a chance to. Now, what was that smell?
Yeah, another.
I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, not a good pass, but then Smith makes a very big error from him. 16 last year played for a school of Rwanda in the Fiasa games.
Ah,
Ishimwe, yes, he did.
that's science.
Yeah, he was one of the main players, main receivers. And he did well for them. They got to the finals, but then Burundi won it, Fiasa games. That's the Eastern Central.
Okay. So he's clearly his play in the games has gotten him noticed. It's a nice way to keep practicing and getting better. If you're playing with the best, when we bring it to our tournaments, that will get you that recognition and experience.
Yeah.
Found it in fun.
Yeah. So it's clearly a good pathway for him in his volleyball journey.
Very true. We do have Malfabi, an ace.
And
One-
Ishimwe gets aced by
It's not Malfabi actually. It is
Ogema.
Wandera. Okay, now the fight is received. So free ball, use it to your advantage move. Okay, not quite well executed. Now that is an execution from the block.
But Bernard gets a good block and reduces the gap to 3 points. 16-19. Timeout called by Coach Musoni Fred of Rwanda Police.
Well, Wandera came in a good substitution. He's changed what they needed, give them a bit of momentum. I don't know if they'll be able to drive and get those points exactly what they want them to try to get to 20 points. Because a 3 big right now is still big. Looking at it like police, man, that is it's a gap for them to just stretch and tear a clock out. But I'm hoping and the Stars really use this chance to close the gap and maybe get police tens like they had in the 10s and the 12 there. They really had them tens, and you can see they're also struggling to make sure they keep and get that, that lead.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I feel right now the Nemo Stars fans should get a bit behind their team and make some noise because they only try to cheer when the team is making some points. But
Can
they
I tell
need
you
to.
something? Crowds are emotional. Very emotional. I supported the emotions.
All right, the heavy serving Makuto is in the serving box.
It's not fierce as much as Genesis. Oh, it's fierce. It's fierce indeed.
Well read by the Libro.
21.
Out.
That's a big bite. Makuto going back. And it's wide out, giving Nemo chance to breathe at 17.
Yeah, and tomorrow again we have a whole.
I'm already celebrating.
A
We have
whole
juicy.
buffet. This is a buffet.
Has to be juicy to juicy.
Juice is not buffet.
No, have you ever seen glazed chicken? It's chicken, but it's juicy. It's succulent, but it's meat. Okay.
Yeah, lineup of matches for the Zone 5 Club Championships at the MTN Arena and also the Old Kampala Arena.
Yes.
And we have at 9 a.m. Ndeje versus Kcb Nkumba Women,
Tight.
Sporters versus BBC Women at the Old MTN Arena Lugogo, Jeshi Stars Police, Prisons Pipeline Women, Prisons and Cobra Men, KABC and APR Men,
Yes.
Sporters and UCU Men,
Tight.
Nemo Stars and our brothers from Burundi, Rukinzo, will do the 8 o'clock match at Lugogo MTN Arena.
Well, as we move forward, it's about who's winning their games to move forward towards the finals. Smith is setting for home. Among that, we will giving set point to Police of Rwanda. They haven't
Match
given-
points actually.
They just enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
Is she what? Well, I think he's the youngest, and that explains it.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a leeway to make errors like it's
And
shoving
he's
the nets.
trying. But trying to jump start. He's trying. It's the effort that
Okay,
counts.
okay.
Slowly but
Okay.
Simba became who? The king of the jungle later.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, nice from George.
Still fighting on. It's good.
Yes.
Good to see.
China, Rwanda, Action Police.
It's 19 for Nemo Stars, 24 for Police Rwanda. That's a set point for them. Anytime, all they need is one against Nemo's 6 to make it to the end of the set. Mark, one of the biggest fans of Nemo Stars. Today, I've barely had a voice from him. He's usually very animated. Very, very animated. But now he's been, what do they say? When a dog is bitten and puts his tail in. Very calm, very quiet.
Yeah, Smith Okumu, the experienced setter.
I love the fun, still enjoying themselves. And that's the
Substitution for Rwanda National Police. Number 16 out, 17 8.
Ishemu Patrick is out, and Eric Kwezira gets back in for Police of Rwanda.
They don't want to give a chance whatsoever. That's
They
the
took the weakest
message.
link out.
Yeah, that's the message.
Oh boy. And then Matthias. So come on.
Cross, cross.
Just like
Yeah. Not a very good match for the fans who are a bit worried. That is our Kuba friend. But credit to police.
Oh,
They
yes.
deserved it.
Yes.
They've been solid. They've been
From the start.
yeah. They've done their job. They've gone about their business without any fear, without any. They've been relentless, and Nemo Stars just didn't get themselves going. They didn't give themselves a chance. They blew hot and cold. Sometimes it was George scoring. Sometimes it was a bit of Malinga. Sometimes very few times there was a bit of a sound.
Who should take
Yeah,
the lead?
and in a team sport like this, you need all your guns to come to the party, and that's what police have done. They've had their big guns scoring. Kusara scoring when he has to. Makuto scoring when he has to. Matthias absolutely brilliant, and that brings us to the end of the day one of the CABB Zone 5 Championships at MTN Arena in Lugogo. And that was a match between Police and Nemo Stars that ended 3-0 in favor of Rwanda Police.
Well, tomorrow we have a whole 7 game matches lined up for you. Actually, 8 JJ and Casey Gentlemen will checking on in the morning. Waters and BBC will be pressing it out. Jesh Stars all the way from teams that will be taking on Police. This very Police, and of course, Prison ladies will be taking on Pipeline of Kenya. Today they had a blazing game. And the Prison men will be taking on Cobra of South Sudan. KBC will be facing APR tomorrow. And after which we'll be having Sporters versus the UC Dogs. And Nemo Stars will be back at it again tomorrow. So for now, I've been your host, Alan.
Johnny,
And we're saying have a beautiful night.
bye bye.